night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses.
Ich will.
Let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Let me love you. Love me again. Fill up my senses. Night in the forest, like a mountain in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again.
Thank you. Welcome, friends and family and honored guests. We are here to celebrate love. Love organizes our large and sometimes unpredictable world. It is that which enshrines and enables us to experience our human experience. It is the basis for the peace of family and the peace of all the people on the earth. The greatest gift bestowed upon humans is the gift of love, freely given between two human beings. It is into this moment that Chris and Kerry have chosen to enter. Not knowing anything that's going to happen in the future, but they're ready to be married. And I ask, with that decision that they made, who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I'll do.
Thank you, Dan. Why don't you give Dan a hug? And Mama, I can go down and give Dan and Mama a hug. And bring up your bride.
My mom.
Everybody's mom and dad. And Neil. Good going. And Mike.
You're not leaving me up, Chris.
Thanks, guys. And please bring Kerry. That's it.
Yeah.
Here you go. Be careful of the stairs. And if you turn around, facing each other, we'll fix your dress. I'm just coming back over here. Okay. And we're in just a little bit. You should be close together. Holding hands, looking in each other's eyes. Okay. That's nice. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I'll take All of you are present today because you, in one way or another, have been part of Chris and Kerry's lives. On behalf of the bride and groom, a hearty welcome to all of you. They would both like to thank you for all the traveling and extremely long distances that you have come to be with them on this precious day. They can't put into words how much it means to both of them. Today, we witness a marriage that began in Chicago Rock in June of 2001. Oh, what happened there? While Kerry was working as a part-time Barbie, okay, to support her schooling. Chris tried to charm Kerry, but she refused his first request. But we found later that Chris, being quite tactful and quite persistent, and he always gets what he wants, so eventually, after many weeks of asking Kerry for her number, she felt a connection and agreed to give him a chance. Well, that started that first date, and from there on, here we are. That brought us to this moment. In marriage, two people turn to each other in search of greater fulfillment than either can achieve by themselves. Marriage is a bold step taken together into an unknown future. Only in loyalty and devotion bestowed upon one another can that which is eternal in life emerge and be known. Two among us who have stood apart come together now to declare their love and to be united in marriage. The words we say today have no magic or prophetic powers. The power of the wedding vows is merely a reflection of a reality that already exists in the hearts and minds of these two beautiful people. Chris and Kerry, and nothing I can say, or nothing that you can say to each other, will ensure a long and happy, satisfying, and committed marriage. Only your love for one another and your integrity to make your commitment real can do that for you. I humbly offer the words of author William A. Peterson in The Art of Marriage, who I believe captured in his words the essence of that commitment. I hope you will keep his words upon your heart and refer to them again and again. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, the little things become the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say I love you at least once a day, if not once an hour. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship, you're having way too much fun. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue throughout the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together and facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in an attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in a spirit of pure joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not expecting the husband to wear a halo, or the wife to have the wings of an angel. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and an incredible sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and also to forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is not only marrying that right partner, it is being that right partner, and this is the beginning of an art of marriage. We're now going to have a reading by Vicki, and she will read Captain Corelli's Mandolin by Louis de Renée.
Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like an earthquake and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have become so entwined together that it is inconceivable that you should ever part. Because this is what love is. Love is not breathlessness, it's not excitement, it's not the promulgation of promises of eternal passion. That's just being in love, which any of us can convince ourselves we are. Love itself is what is left over when being in love is burned away, and this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Love has roots that grow towards each other underground, and when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from the branches, you will find that you are one tree and not two.
Mark, you just saw brother. You just went first.
He's ready. Steve, read your comments. As you're holding each other's hands, I'm going to ask some commitments from the audience. I'm going to start with the immediate family. People have been united in marriage in all the lands and all cultures. In marriages everywhere, two individuals leave their families that raised them to begin a new family together. At this time, we ask the parents to stand and to bless this marriage, please. Okay. I'm asking all the parents. We have Neil and Karen and Ann. I'm missing, who am I missing?
Bill.
And Bill. Hi, Bill.
Bill.
Bill. Hi, Bill.
Hi.
Okay. I'm asking you at this point to make a commitment for this couple. I would like to read the words if I can find them again. Sorry, here we go. I want to offer your blessing to this marriage, promising to support them. Will you understand them? Will you encourage them in their solemn endeavor in the years ahead? And if you agree to be lovingly raise and nurture these two children and now let them go on their way and support them forever, please say, we will.
We will.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and you guys aren't getting off easy. The rest of you can sit down, please. The rest of you don't have to stand. But as to being witnesses and honored guests here today, I ask you the same question. Do you offer your blessing for their marriage, promising to support them, understand them, encourage them in their solemn endeavor in the years ahead? And if you agree, please say, we do all together.
We do.
Okay. You've been prepping them, haven't you? All right. Okay. Darren is now going to bring the rings to the audience, and we would like him, as she passes the rings to each one of you, for you to give your blessing and goodwill wishes to the couple. And individually, you can do that right now, and he'll just come around and go through the whole audience, please.
You pass them. I didn't know. I've had them before.
Yeah, sorry. Darren, do you practice this?
Thank you all for giving your best wishes to this couple. And before we do the ring ceremony and the vows, Mark is going to give us a reading.
We're the best partners this world ever seen, together as close as can be. But sometimes it's hard to find time in between to tell what you mean to me. You're the rose of my heart, the love of my life, the flower not fading nor falling apart. If you're tired, rest your head in my arm, rose of my heart. When sorrow holds it, you're in its arms of clay. It raindrops that falls from your eyes. Your smile is a sun, come out for a day. You brighten up the blackness of skies. You're the rose of my heart, the love of my life, the flower not fading nor falling apart. If you're cold, let my love make you warm. So hard times or easy times, what do I care? There's nothing I'd change if I could. The tears and the laughter are the things that we share. Your hand is mine, makes it good. You're the rose of my heart, the love of my life, a flower not fading or falling apart. If you're cold, let your love make me warm, rose of my heart.
Let me say a prayer first. Okay. Okay. These rings are a symbol of your unbroken circle of love. Your love freely given has no beginning and no end, no giver and no receiver, for each of you is the giver and each of you is the receiver. I ask that these rings remind you always of the vows that you will about to share with each other. And I would like you to take each other's ring, please. Okay, and if you would offer us your left hand, and Chris, if you would place the ring near his finger. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to say to you, as you're holding Mary's hand, look into your eyes. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, give the answer. Okay. Do you, Chris, accepting this woman's love for you, do you accept her as your wife, joining with her today in matrimony, offering your friendship and loving care, honoring her growth and freedom as well as your own? cherishing and respecting her, loving and embracing her in times of adversity, and also in times of great joy. If you do this, would you please say, I do?
I do.
Alrighty. And would you offer us your left hand? And place your ring on Chris's finger, please. Well, holding his hands, looking in his eyes. Do you, Kerry, accept this man Chris as your husband, joining with him today in matrimony, offering your friendship and loving care, honoring his growth and freedom as well as your own, cherishing and respecting him, loving and embracing him in times of adversity and in times of joy? And if this is true, and then so for you, please say, I do.
I do.
Alrighty. Now, I'm going to ask you to do our vows for this with the ring, and just holding hands and looking into Kerry's eyes. Please repeat after me. With this ring, I be wed. Take it as a sign of my everlasting and unconditional love. With all that I am and all that I have from this day forth. I take you as my wife. Alrighty. And looking in Chris's eyes. Just repeat after me, please. With this ring, I be wed. Take it as a sign of my everlasting and unconditional love. With all that I am and all that I have from this day forward. Okay, and I take you as my husband. Okay, all right. Love freely given has no giver and no receiver, no beginning and no end, and that's what the rings symbolize. And we're going to go to another symbol. I'm going to do a unity candle lighting. Okay, so I'm going to get out of your way, and I'll walk your way through this. Come on back. I'll look on this side. Okay. I'm going to read through what this symbolizes so everyone's understanding what we're doing. Okay, and what I found out, that when you go to light this, they're a little bit too thick and it'll drip all over, so I'll do that. Okay. Light is the essence of our existence, hopes, our dreams, and our aspirations of life. Chris and Kerry, your parents have lit a separate candle for each of you. They did so to symbolize your individual lives and the families from which you come. Your individual lives have been a blessing to your parents, who have received immeasurable joy in seeing you grow and mature over the years. As you lift up your individual candles from their holders, be reminded that marriage does not eliminate your separate identities. Yours will always be special and unique. You will not extinguish your individual candles, but together you will light the unity candle to symbolize your union in marriage. The two distinct candle flames represent your lives before this day, individual, unique, and special. I'm asking you to please grab your individual candles, and as you do that, bring them together to the single candle, and we'll light this. And then leave them lit, please. Put this down. And let's come up here and I'll finish this candle lighting. Okay. And we're going to spin hands, look in each other's eyes. Okay, as you put the individual candles back in their holders, you're joining hands now and remaining near these candles that are back of us. And as this new flame burns, so shall your lives now be one. From now on, your plans will be mutual. Your joys and sorrows both will be shared alike. Although the two of you are now entering into marriage, you do not lose your personal identity. Rather, you will use your special individuality to create and strengthen the relationship that you have for each other in marriage. Therefore, all three candles remain glowing. The individual candles represent all that each of you have represented in the wonderful and unique person and people that you are and how the people admire you and what they admire you for. The center candle, that unity candle, symbolizes the union of your lives, families, friends, and all a shining commitment to each of you to a lasting and loving marriage. You've got me, I think we're getting close. You've done very well. Okay, are you ready? We're getting to the end here. Okay. Chris and Kerry, in the present presence of your family and friends who have joined you to share the moment of joy, you have declared your deep love and affection for each other. You have stated your wish to live together, always open to a deeper, richer friendship and partnership. You have formed your own union based on respect and honor. Therefore, it is my joyful responsibility to officially acknowledge you as husband and wife. Chris, you may kiss your bride. Woo! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? It is my honor and privilege to present for the first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Chris Hubbard.
See ya.